Hello everyone, Charles Watts here. Welcome back to Inside Arsenal. I hope you are all well, and I'm sure you very much are after what we've just witnessed at Bramall Lane tonight. 6-0 win for Arsenal, a second 6-0 win in just a few weeks following on from that win at West Ham. The goals just keep on coming. I went into this one, I don't know, I was a little bit worried because everyone thought Arsenal were going to win this comfortably against the Premier League's bottom team, Sheffield United, who are conceding goals for fun. Arsenal were scoring goals for fun. I don't know, the pessimist in me makes me think, oh no, there's some horrible Premier League moment coming here, but shouldn't have worried. Absolute cruise control once again for Arsenal. 3-0 up inside 15 minutes. It was just a matter from that point of how many they were going to get. They got 6. It could have been more, but they did cruise through the second half, having gone in at the break 5-0 up. So I'll do tonight's show, just looking at my player ratings. I'll go over, give my sort of immediate reaction to what we saw in that performance as well. And then tomorrow's show will be much more in depth, looking at what Mikel Arteta has had to say as well. So let's get going in the immediate reaction to tonight's win at Bramall Lane. And it was just another dominant performance, a record-breaking performance. Arsenal's record-breaking start to 2024, in fact, continues at pace. They are now the first team in English top-flight history to score 5 or more away goals away from home in 3 successive games. That is the pace that they're setting at the moment. That is the record. Those are the records they're breaking at the moment. Goal difference just continues to go up and up and up. Could have been more, no doubt about it. It definitely could have been more. They did take their foot off the gas in the second half. They cruised through it. I haven't been 5-0 up at half time. Maybe that's the one complaint, if you want to complain after a win like that and after a performance like that. But maybe that is the one complaint. They could have gone on and got 7, 8, 9, who knows, even 10. But they didn't. They did take the foot off the gas, but the job was absolutely well and truly done. And now you can get the attention sort of switched firmly to that game against Brentford at the weekend. They were just on it from the start. I mean, it took them 4 minutes to score with Martin Odegaard getting that goal, but they could have scored a couple inside that before Odegaard made it 1-0 on 4 minutes. Saka hit the bar, then Martinelli had one cleared off the line. Then I think it was Saka got in down the right, whipped across a ball across the 6-yard box that Kai Havertz just missed. You thought at that point, and when I say that point, I'm literally meaning 3 minutes. Oh no, it's not going to be one of those nights, is it? But you didn't need to worry because within 60 seconds, a goal had gone in. Martin Odegaard on hand to turn in Declan Rice's cross, although Declan Rice doesn't get the assist for that because it took a deflection, quite a big deflection. Kai Havertz, nice little sort of dummy from him at the near post, and there was Odegaard to make it 1-0. Second goal came soon after that. Saka getting in down the right. I mean, Saka gave Austin Trusty a torturous time during the first sort of 15 minutes. The Sheffield United manager, Chris Wilder, did change things round fairly quickly and moved Trusty back into a sort of central defensive role in a back 3. But he started off playing as a fullback for some reason, and Bukayo Saka just kept knocking it past him and going. And that's where the second goal came from, is ultimately an own goal. Saka getting in down the right past Trusty, whipped it in, own goal at the back post. Then it was 3-0 soon after. A couple of minutes later, lovely break by Arsenal. Odegaard playing it out wide to Kai Havertz. Not Kai Havertz, it was Jakub Kiwior. Actually, he laid the ball to Martinelli. Martinelli's shot took a bit of a deflection, went in 3-0. And that was after 15 minutes. I mean, the Sheffield United fans, when I say Arsenal set the record here, becoming the first team in English top-flight history to score 5 or more goals in 3 consecutive away games, Sheffield United became the first side in English top-flight history to concede 5 or more goals in 3 successive home games. That's what we bore witness to tonight in the Premier League. So, a record for Arsenal to saviour, a record for Sheffield United to want to forget, really. So, that was 3-0. Then Kai Havertz made it 4-0 with a really nice goal, and I thought this was really encouraging. Kai Havertz was excellent. I thought he was. I've actually given Kai Havertz my man of the match, and I'll get to that in player ratings in a bit. Odegaard got man of the match on the TV. But I actually gave my one to Kai Havertz. I thought he was excellent. And I loved his goal that made it 4-0. I just loved the finish, because there's been lots of times this season you want to see Havertz finish like that. When he gets into that position, you want to see him really put his foot through it, shoot with some conviction. Too often, you know, so there's been miles too many times when you've seen Havertz getting in decent positions and he's not quite put his foot through it. He's looked a bit tentative in his finishing, but this one there was real conviction in the shot. It was a brilliant finish into the far corner to make it 4-0, and I really loved that from Kai Havertz. And I want to see more from that as the season progresses. I think that shows how confident he is right now that he finishes in his chances like that. That was 4-0. Then Declan Rice got on the end of some more brilliant Saka play to make it 5-0 soon after. That was the score at half time. Only one more goal in that second half, and that came from Benny Blanco, getting on the end of some more really good play by Kai Havertz to set it up, and it was a really lovely finish from Ben White to make it 6-0. And I mean, you just can't really ask for much more than that, can you? It was just that. It was just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. The second half was a lot of fun. There was one issue when Gabriel Martinelli got injured, and that doesn't look great. He was carried off. I've got a screen grab of it, actually, if you haven't seen it yet, if you missed the game. And this is how he... oh, no, that's Ben White. Sorry, that's how Gabriel Martinelli left the pitch. And that is a worry. It didn't look like he could put any sort of weight on his foot. The incident happened on the edge of the box, and he tried to take a shot, and he just clashed foots with the Sheffield United defender. Immediately your mind goes to like a metatarsal injury or something like that, but we'll wait and see. Like I said, I'm recording this pretty much bang on the final whistle, so I'm going to wait and see what Mikel Arteta has to say in his post-match press conference about Martinelli. But it was the one sort of worry from what was a really good night for Arsenal, and fingers crossed that's nothing too serious. Bukayo Saka went off at half-time. We think that was just literally being rested because Arsenal were 5-0 up, and Mikel Arteta decided to take him off. And again, we'll wait and get confirmation of that from Mikel Arteta's press conference, which will be happening very, very soon. So yeah, worry about Gabriel Martinelli, but other than that, just a really, really good night's work for Arsenal. Okay, player ratings time. Let's go through these, shall we? David Raya, I mean, he could have pulled up a deck chair. He was so underused at times. I mean, he must have touched the ball with his hands, I reckon, 4 or 5 times max in that game. But what he did have to do, he did it very well. His passing and, you know, he swept up. So when he was called into action, he was fine. So I gave him a 7. Ben White, I gave an 8. His partnership with Saka in that first half was really, really good. He was causing Sheffield United all sorts of problems down the right-hand side, whether that be overlapping Saka or coming in a more inverted role. Popped up with the goal in the second half. Lovely finish as well. Left foot from Ben White. Drilled it in after good play by Kai Havertz. So I gave Ben White an 8. Saliba and Gabriel, just cruise control. You know, literally playing in second gear. I can't imagine they'll have higher sort of average starting positions on a pitch than they did in this game today all season. They were so high up, and that was just a indication of Arsenal's dominance, how high the two centre-backs were playing. And yeah, easy night's work. Another clean sheet for the pair of them. Gave them both 7s. Jakub Kiwior's good recent run continued, got an assist as well. So I gave him a 7. Jorginho at the base of that midfield, again, just kept things ticking over as all the kind of madness unfolded around him. At times, you kind of forgot that Jorginho was playing because just everything he did it so calmly and composed. He just kept moving the ball on, giving it to the players who were going to cause the problems and put more pressure on Sheffield United. So I gave Jorginho 7. Declan Rice, another goal, another assist for Declan Rice. He kept wanting more, Declan Rice. He sort of saw that at times. You actually saw the camera pan in on him, I think, after the 5th goal, and you saw him saying more. He wanted it from his teammates to keep going and to go for the kill. Just another great performance from Declan Rice. Lovely finish from him as well. Good play by Saka down the right, but really good finish from Declan Rice. So yeah, gave him an 8. Martin Odegaard, superb. Again, exceptional. Martin Odegaard set the ball rolling with that early goal. His movement was brilliant. His quick feet, his technique. Sheffield United just couldn't get near him. He was just on another level. Martin Odegaard, I gave him a 9. Bukayo Saka only on the pitch for 45 minutes, but in that time, he was just exceptional. Sheffield United just couldn't cope with him down the right. Like I said, he started off with Austin Trusty, then Chris Wilder made a change and trying to stop Saka, but even that couldn't stop him. And the only disappointing thing for him was that he didn't score in the 45 minutes he was on the pitch, but he did get 2 assists. I gave Saka an 8. Kai Havertz, like I said, was my man of the match. I thought Odegaard was excellent, and I'm not, I wouldn't complain about him getting man of the match on Sky because he was superb, but I just thought Havertz, his goal was great. His assists were really good. He got another 2 of them. Just a player in excellent form. He's just silencing an awful lot of critics at the moment. And yeah, I thought he was excellent. So Kai Havertz was my man of the match. Gave him a 9 out of 10. Gabriel Martinelli, before he went off injured, was causing him all sorts of problems. Goal and assist for him, gave him an 8, and that injury is just kind of one blot on Arsenal's night. And we can just sort of sit here, fingers crossed that it's not too bad. Lots of substitutions. Fabio Vieira came out at half-time. Good to see him back. Mikel obviously choosing to get some minutes into his legs for the first time in about 3 or 4 months. I thought he was really lively, actually, Fabio Vieira. I thought it was a really good second half cameo from him. Almost got a lovely assist for Gabriel Martinelli after some good link-up play. He looked sharp. He looked fast. There was some good turn of paces from him. Some really nice passing. So I gave Fabio Vieira a 7. Jesus, Partey and Suarez all came on together. Jesus was unlucky, almost scored, curling effort into the far corner, keeper saved another couple of chances where probably should have shot Jesus, but decided not to. I gave him and Partey a 6. It was great to see Thomas Partey back. Saw some typically good passing from Thomas Partey. Did look rusty at times as well, Thomas, but really good to see him back on the pitch, and that was only going to be a good thing for Arsenal, and you can get more minutes in him hopefully against Brentford. Then Trossard and Cedric Suarez came on as well, but they couldn't really influence the game at that point, and it was sort of petering out into that 6-0 win as well. So I didn't give either of those two a mark. But on the whole, look, a fantastic night for Arsenal, another thumping win for Arsenal, and we roll on until Brentford on Saturday. Until tomorrow's show, enjoy your evening, Arsenal fans. I'm sure you will enjoy looking at that league table win against Brentford and the Saturday lunchtime kickoff. Saturday 5:30 kickoff, and Arsenal will be top of the Premier League. And then it's over to Manchester City versus Liverpool the following day. Be back tomorrow, everyone. Have a good night. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.